Peace and power, peace and power. Peace and power to the people, the struggle. Salute, salute, salute. What's going on? What's going on? Peace and power. I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Peace and power to the people, the struggle. As you come on in, know that this is a safe space. Know that this is a space for learning and getting learned up. Know that this is a space for educating and being educated. Know that this is a space for conversation, comments and concerns, questions and answers. This is your space, a space of love, a space for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, a space for love, hella right, okay? This space of kings, queens, masters, and rulers. A space where we are working on what? A united path towards true liberation. As my classroom assistants come on in, please keep all contact information in the chat for the duration and throughout the class. Please keep all funding information. Hashtags, green screens, apps with cash pals that pay, grams with money, unions that are Western, red cups, blue cups, squeegee man cups, goddamn it, the Rev cup, the Pope cup, the chalice, the damn collection plate, the goddamn Tide, man, the Jingle Bells, Santa Claus, put the bucket out. It's a war going on outside. Fund the war effort. If you or anybody you know is in need of anger management, please book an assessment. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't wait until you're cuffed behind your back and you're leaning over in the goddamn seat. Don't about officer, wait a minute, sheriff, officer, let me explain. Too late. Don't wait until you get a pink slip from HR. Your services are no longer needed here. It's too late. Don't wait until your kids say they hate you. You always mad. It's too late. Book an assessment. Get yourself together. If you or anybody you know is in need of a domestic violence intervention, book an assessment. Okay? Stop sending each other outside with tents on. Stop sending each other outside with slings and things. Stop sending each other outside with scrapes, bruises. Okay, dried up blood under the nostril and all that. Get yourself together. Stop carrying on in front of the family and all that. If you or anybody you know is in need of an intimate relationship abuse, consultation and counseling, book an assessment. Learn the warning signs, the behaviors that should alarm you, characters and characteristics that should heighten your awareness levels. Listen, people, conversations, events, past traumas, places that should have your alertness levels on 1,000. Remember, with this information, the life that you save could be your own. Peace and power, what's going on, y'all? Yeah, I got to do a little something early today. My whole schedule been flipped around. Man, I'm tired, but I'm moving. I'm energized because I love my peoples. I appreciate my peoples coming through on a regular. My assistants, the people I be DMing all day, every day. That's love. If you got my attention like that, that's love now. All right? We here, though. We got some folks to tag. Somebody tag Diddy. God damn it, he got a phone, so I know he watching. Tag the puffster. Tell him to bring his dumb ass to class. Bring his ass to class. Come on, diddler. Yeah. Just keep your cocoa butter in the cell. Bring your ass to class, Diddy. Torey Lanez, come to class, sir. Keep your chin up. Keep your chin up, Torey. Come to class. Bring your ass to class. T47, sir. You are representing all palm-colored people. Bring your ass to class, T47. Trump Trizzle. Come on. Bring your ass to class. Got to speak about you just briefly. Who else come to class today? The CIA, because I know y'all already watching me. Bring y'all ass to class. Come on. Come to class, CIA. And gangster rappers and whoever else is in believing of the cap. Bring y'all ass to class. All hip-hop fans, bring y'all ass to class. God damn it, LA, Brooklyn, Memphis, Texas. God damn it, the Carolinas, Georgia, Philly, Boston. Bring y'all ass to class. If you love hip-hop, let's come to class. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah. And while you're at it, tag your classmates. Get your screen recording out. Take your screenshots. Let me hit you with the buddy love. Yeah, do what y'all do. Remember, this is y'all space. This ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't own shit. I'm a vessel of truth. Put your tweeds down. Put your Wild Irish Rose, cap it up. Damn it, your moonshine, your Mad Dog, whatever you've been drinking because you're drunks. Let's see who's in class. Who's that in first in class? A Wood, Detroit. Damn it, A Wood, DM me. You be scared. DM me. Let me know what's going on in the D. We see you. What up, John? Tay? Strictly Game. Mr. Strictly Game. LA's in the building. Yeah. What up, Mrs. Reels? Mrs. Reels is in the building. We see you. Ooh, Dre's in the building. God damn it. What up, Dre? Charlotte, Marguerite McDonald Music, boy, we see you, Dre. Wake up, damn it. Lou Banger. 55 for Lou Banger, y'all. 55, put it down. Lou Banger, 55. Chris, Threats, Philly in the building. What up, Bam, Woods, Philly in the building. Damn it, Philly in the building as always, deep. Frankie Pierce, Peace Almighty. Peace Almighty, we see you, Frankie Fans, East New York in the building. Bushhead is in the building. What up? We see you, Gene. Pierre, what up, Gene? In the building. Dust Fro. Marcy, God damn it, I let her out, y'all. Marcy's back in class. I had to let her out the basement. Yeah, I had to take the straps and the cuffs off. She's free. Book your appointments so she can make y'all up nice and pretty for Thanksgiving and your Christmas bacon holidays. Marcy's in the building, damn it. Versace Broccoli in the building. As Beckles, London is in the building. I said London is in the building. Across the pond, the UK massive. What up, Magic? Little Brit, what up? We see you. GB, what up? Uptown Dre, what up? Ed, 55. Ed, 10, 50, 55. Ed, Philip Boone, what up? Neef Buck, Philly in the building. Philly deep, y'all. Knife is in the building. What up, Knife? Daryl Maddox, Jean, Eileen, Kimmy, the first responder. Canada's in the building. That's right. Lifesavers. That's right. What up? Anthony Hicks is in the building. We see you. We see you. Huh? Philly's up in here. God damn, they deep. WM. H Radio show is in the building. Philly deep, y'all. Oh, Philly got this class locked. Philly got it locked. What up? NT, what up? In the building. We see y'all. We see y'all. CDP 55. CDP 55. In the building. Uptown Dre, we see you. Yeah. Ooh, Malk. We see you, Malk. Damn, Philly in the building. North, South, West, they deep. Philly deep in class. Tierra the Youngin is in the building. Amir, Peace, what up is in the building. Woo. Righteous warrior. God damn it. Indigenous is in the spotty spot. The most righteous indigenous warrior. Lord North Philly's in the building. Sincere Truth. Kenny Mac DC's in the building. Justin. God damn it. Ooh. O'Neal is in the building. What up, D? In the building. God damn it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Been a long day all day. This is the first bit of sustenance I had. Iced peppermint tea with lime and lemon and raw honey. Okay? Just getting back. Doing what I do right now. Okay? Right now. What up, Jonathan Kidd? Who we going to speak about first? Y'all know who we going to speak about first. We got to talk about the diddler, the puffster. Uh-huh. Let me knock the puffster out real quick. Okay? Because again, he surprises us. And when I say us, I'm talking about FIPs, formerly incarcerated persons. I told you from the very beginning, man, the puffster can't go to jail. The puffster been eating caviar. He been on Saint-Tropez with the jet skis and the beautiful ass women folk, the models, and sipping on that damn champagne. Yeah, I said the puffster ain't got it in him. If the puffster go to jail, he gonna hang up. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that? I said it several times. I said, nah, he ain't gonna do it. He ain't gonna hang up. He got too much information. Grippergate is bigger than him. And what happened? He surprised us. No bail, no bail, no bail. He holding it down, going on visits, trial, pick the jury, blow trial, denied, appeal bail denied, sentencing. Damn. Puffs almost got 2 joints in. Yeah, shiny ass Diddy almost got 2 joints being ashy in the system. Shocked the hell out of me. And holding it down. He was up in, where was that? In Brooklyn, MDC. They said he was regulating. Yo, give me that phone. They said he was doing what he had to do. So now, we got to look at him a little bit different. We really do. Because we thought Puffster was ass. Yeah, we thought the Puffster was canned. Yeah, we thought he was boots. He doing it better than most. He definitely doing it better than Sean. Sean was in the box. The majority of his bid, he was in PC. We not even gonna play with that. But he was the one that he bust his gun. Gangster and all that. Yeah. A lot of them rap dudes was in PC and going through it. Not the diddler. Not the diddler. The only blemish that he might have could be Cap. He said he woke up with a shank, a shiv to the throat. Now I'm believing that shit was Cap. It was never reported again. Whoever did it just disappeared into the bars. Like, what kind of shit is that? Yeah, they pulled a stunt and it got him moved, didn't it? Right? But every time you think that you should, clap for the diddler, he do some dumb shit, don't he? Yeah, the diddler done did some dumb shit. Hooch. This nigga, didn't I tell y'all he was supposed to be home by Easter, the latest, with good time and programming and all that? But look at this bonehead. That's how we know not only is he jailing, but he's a dummy. He got problems. He don't know that, man, you are in a very peculiar spot. You need to chill out and learn your lesson. He ain't learned his lesson. All that crying and all that sentencing and apologies and all that. You was capping. Because when you apologize and you mean it, you sincere with it, you do your time. Right? You go in, you be quiet, you fall back. Nah, not you. The Puff's the one to do him. He jailing, he doing him. So we're going to let him do him. But we got to go to the notes, don't we, y'all? Yeah, we got to go to the notes. Yeah. Puffy Combs was moved to the Fort Dix prison on October 30th after being sentenced to more than 4 years on prostitution-related charges. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yes, we know that. Yes, we have predicted here that he would get some good time and his ass would be out by Easter. He would have on his Easter shoes. His family would have their shoes, best dressed. They'd be going to church as a family. That's what we thought. But in order for that to happen, he would either had to have an impeccable jail record or get a time cut. Mm-hmm. You understand? So let's continue. Sean Diddy Combs is spending his early prison days working in the chapel and enrolled in an intensive drug treatment program, according to prison documents. He has also found himself facing disciplinary action for an unauthorized phone call just days after being transferred to the federal prison in Jersey, with the looming possibility of temporarily losing his phone and commissary privileges as a result. So they're about to take his commissary and his phone privileges, which I don't know if that's going to mean much to him because he's jailing. He's trying to do him. He's trying to do him. And I'm going to show you why. Okay? Combs, the diddler, the puffster, grippomatic. Combs is working as a chaplain's assistant. I don't know which chaplain would feel safe and secure with the Grippemeister working next to him in close proximity. But here he is. He wouldn't be working next to me after that trial and those allegations and the tapes that still haven't been revealed to the public. I was a chaplain or the prison imam or rabbi. No, sir. Not the puffster. He just came through. He ain't rehabilitated yet. Not at all. Not at all. He fresh off the street. In all reality, Mr. or Mrs. Chaplain, ma'am or sir, watch your grippers. Watch your grippers. Okay? Combs is working as a chaplain's assistant, which is considered one of the more desirable assignments at the Fort Dix prison. A former prison commissioner said that the tasks vary, but typically inmates maintain the chaplain's religious library, okay, clean their office and help with some record keeping. Okay? Now, Combs' publicist it says he works in the chapel library where he describes the environment as warm, respectful, and rewarding. I'm trying to figure out what kind of rewards. What makes the assignment especially desirable is that it has prestige within the prison. Prestige within the prison. Okay? It allows the inmate to work in a private office, often with air conditioning. And chaplains frequently bring in food for religious services, which can be shared with the assistant. So he's about to have cuts and slices and all type of shit. Man, in Jersey got a lot of little Italian spots with Zappoli's and all type of shit. You know, that Sopranos restaurant type shit. Damn it. That's the life of somebody who was running around taking people grippers, baby oils up and all. Like, this is what you get. I mean, man, seems to me that he's living kind of decent in the feds. Okay? Yeah. A correction officer who worked in federal prisons for more than 20 years said that the chaplain is one of the only places where inmates, not the chaplain, the chapel, excuse me, which many of us know, the chapel is one of the only places where inmates can congregate freely, right? The chapel, the masjid, the law library, like certain spots. So, you know, Puffy might, and I'm gonna say might, he might be making the chapel and the chaplain's office a spot. He might be trying to make that a spot. When you jailing. And it seems that the puffster, right? The grippermeister is making himself extra comfortable. He like this, yo, I'm here. I gotta start jailing. It is what it is. He like looking around. This shit ain't too rough. I'm still holding about $380 million. I could pay anybody to get touched up in here. Okay? So now it seems like he getting ready to make himself a spot. He ain't in the yard. He ain't working out. Photos, you know, are proving that to us. We don't see him hitting that yard. So he is doing his jailing differently. All of us do it different. Some dudes is yard monsters. They're in the yard mad because the broad done left them. The wife done left them. They mad at society, so they just gonna get brolic. You know, they be in the yard going hard. She gonna love me. Watch. They gonna love me when I get out. Yo, yeah. Niggas be in the yard lifting up 400 pounds, muscles all big, like they gonna hit the street and every woman within a 5-mile radius, panties just going to get moist and wet and just drop. That's them type of dudes. They in the yard 3 times a day, yard run. They not doing nothing. No TV, nothing. They just getting swollen thick. And they coming out. That's when y'all see them like, they like, damn, he been to jail. Like, coming home and shit, hard to walk and tight, everything tight. And he got 4 X's and it's tight. I don't know broad want that, but that's how they do. Some dudes do that shit for years. They hold that rage and anger in. for decades. Nigga just lifting mad weight, strong. And the girl still don't want him. She done moved on with her life. She done had a kid or two. Ain't thinking about your strong, muscular, in the yard ass. So we know that's not what he doing. Nah, Diddler ain't doing that yet. Okay, so we got to make the assumption that he's trying to set up shop. He's trying to set up shop in the chapel. But for what kind of activities? Let's go. Within a few days of his arrival at the prison, Combs found himself in trouble. He made a 3-person call on November 3rd in violation of prison rules. He told officials it was a conversation with his legal team about issuing a statement to the New York Times. Now, you know that they listen. They can hear that. Okay? They can hear that. If that was truly a call with your legal team. They listen. As soon as you click over, what? They on it. Okay? The Bureau of Prisons prohibits inmates from adding multiple people to a call, and inmates can only speak to people on prison phones from previously approved call lists under long-standing security rules. Now, I told y'all about that. I told you how you could get around. I told you how I was making calls all over because I was in the spot, right? Where my mans and them was working upstairs, and they can change your phone list within an hour. So when dudes was coming up through reception and needed to holler at their peoples because they done been moved from these county jails and all that, they people don't know they was on the drive. I got you, son. Give me your number. Let me put it on my list and I'll tell wifey to come through. Yo, you could do that? So yeah, I got you. I did that shit for about 1,000 people, making sure that they peoples knew where they were and was able to come and let them know what they can receive and can't receive because they was in reception. You can't get everything, but at least it's comfortable. People have to have that little bit of solace and comfort knowing that somebody's in there and can have that communication with their peoples. Yeah, nah, yeah, all right. Yeah, they moved them from the island, last night, or yo, they moved them from Valhalla or North or Nassau County or wherever they from. If they live and I know these dudes. So yup, no, he can't get this yet. No, he can't get any of that yet. He's still in reception. Boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna make sure he got a little Vaseline or cocoa butter because he's gonna be ashy. They don't let you have none of that shit when you first coming up in 2 weeks. But I'm gonna take care of it for you. Yeah, you could come through. Then they people's come, yo, who was that? He called, he told us everything, and yeah. So now, I don't know how the feds work. I don't know if they have a convict running stuff like that, but you got to get that number or those numbers on that list. And that was been shit. I told you, I've been home 2 decades, so I don't know what kind of shit they're on now, but he violated. First act of a nigger that ain't learned his lesson, violating prison rules. Let's go. According to the documents, he called an unnamed woman, and about halfway through their call, Combs said he needed to talk with someone described as the digital person regarding blogs. The woman asked Combs if she should add that person to the call, and he said yes. Combs first spoke briefly with the woman about arranging visitors for the weekend and suggested they bring 200 singles. 200 singles. What the hell do these people need 200 singles for on a visit? Okay? There is no indication as to how he intended to use the money. Prison regulations bar visitors from bringing in currency other than coins for the vending machines. So now he's still up to his gripper gate games. Because 200 singles, what did I tell y'all yesterday? Didn't I tell you I came home and one of your favorite rappers' favorite rapper gave me like 387 singles? You know how many, you know how big the bag was? Nice size bag. They gave me all them singles. It took me about an hour and 38 minutes to count all them damn singles. So who the hell is coming up on a visit with 200 singles? That means a chick gotta have it all in her bra. She gotta cheek it, put it between her little hiney cheeks and stuffed in her. 200 singles? What the hell was he gonna do? What the hell was he going to do? Feed the whole visit floor? You could only use coins. So what was he going to do with 200 singles? This man is a multi-millionaire. You see how that shit don't mean nothing? This is what I keep telling y'all. Every class, capitalism is a sickness. He's worth millions still. Upwards of 250 million still. They never touched his bread. He may not be up to the billy with court fees and other legal fees and the lawsuits and all that shit coming. He's still worth about a quarter bill. He's still probably about 240, 280 million deep. And he asking for singles on a visit. See what I keep telling y'all? We all, at any given time, have the possibility of going to jail. At any given time, you could break any federal or state law just walking out your house. Because you don't look at the law books every day. You don't know what's legal and what's not. Okay? We all have the possibility of going to jail or all have the possibility of meeting our demise at any given time. So running around trying to be a multi-millionaire, billionaire and all that, your ass will be reduced to a single carrying person in the yard. So he gonna have a roll. He gonna have a pocket full of singles in the yard. Or in the chaplain office where he might be up to his old tricks again. Maybe it's a female CO in there who might do something strange for some change. He might be trying to have a little freak off in the chapel. We don't know the mind of the puffster. He might be in there getting ready to set something up. Okay? You understand, right? He might be in there setting up for the freak off. He might be a civilian worker who might do something strange for some change, and he might put him and his mans on like, yo, here, you get 10. Okay, yeah, you get 12. Nah, nigga, man, here, you get 5 because you messed up the meal the other night. You get 5 singles. And yeah, so now I owe you because the Knicks lost. You get 20 singles. And they sitting around the chaplain office and she going ready to come through doing something strange. And they just making it rain. Because I don't know what he was going to do with 200 singles. I don't know. Don't know. Guten Tag. Guten Tag. V. Gates, what's going on in Germany? You understand? All right? Alles klar. Wie geht's? Alles klar with you? All right. So now, hold on. Y'all think I'm playing? I'm not playing. This is your man's. Sentences can be reduced up to 1 year by participating in drug treatment programs. Okay? Y'all hear me, right? Y'all hear me, right? So not only does he have a job, check this out. Prison officials recommended Combs lose 90 days of phone privileges and 90 days of commissary privileges for that infraction. Their ruling was filed on November 4th, Combs' 56th birthday. It's unclear if the recommended penalty has been implemented. So they just recommended that. But look, because he was about to have a freak off. Check this out. His sentence. Check this out. Because he was over there. Check this out. Sentences can be reduced up to 1 year by participating in a drug treatment program. Mr. Combs is an active participant in the Residential Drug Abuse Program, RDAP, and has taken his rehabilitation process seriously from the start. He is fully engaged in his work, focused on growth, and committed to positive change. But he just caught a charge for the phone. Right? He just caught a charge for the phone. They heard him talking about 200 dingles. Yo, I need 200 dingles. Don't know who was going to bring it. Don't know how they was going to bring it. But he said he needed 200 dingles. He's still calling shots. Yo, listen, yo, get that. Yo, get them dingles up here, yo. He didn't say a bunch of singles. He said 200 singles, yo. Hurry up. Check it. Check it now. Combs' lawyer had written to the judge presiding over his case to strongly recommend that Combs be allowed to address drug abuse issues and to maximize family visitation and rehabilitative efforts. During his trial, Combs' attorneys referred to his drug use as a primary driver of his infamous freak-offs. In a letter to the judge, before sentencing, Combs blamed drugs and excess for his actions and said he was now sober for the first time in 25 years, adding that he'd been trying his best to deal with his drug abuse and anger issues. Now, King Combs, Christian, Justin, your little bros, I done told y'all numerous times to get your daddy an assessment if he got anger issues. I can hook him up. Charlucci, come on, man. You can put my number on the phone list. I already got 3 clients that call me from behind bars to get anger management. Okay? You see? This is what his lawyer told the judge. I better reach out. Okay? An assessment is $1,000 for the assessment. $250 an hour for the sessions. For the puffster. Okay? The puffster also wrote, prison will change you or unalive you. I choose to live. Okay? Now, the infraction for the phone is serious. They said this is a serious offense that shows a disregard for the rules. Now, if he get disciplined for it, that's going to take from his good time, dummy. It was a procedural call. This is what his publicist is saying. Initiated by one of his attorneys and was protected under attorney-client privilege. There was nothing improper. Bullshit, you're lying. You're lying. You're lying. Now, Combs and the Bureau of Federal Prisons have yet to respond to gossip requests, right? Corby, what up, Chef? Much appreciation for funding the war effort. Because they said that he got caught drinking hooch. Now, you can't be sober drinking hooch. Look. Last week, there were reports that Combs was in trouble with prison officials for consuming homemade alcohol made of fermented sugar, Fanta soda, and apples. Damn it. He drinking hooch, making 3-way calls. right? And wants singles. This is prime for a freak off. What else? What else is he going to do with hooch, singles, and calls? He trying to get, this is a freak off at Fort Dix. He ain't learned his lesson. He gonna be a monster when he come home. Watch your grippers, guard your adult kids, because the diddler is going to be a maniac after this bid. I would not want to be nowhere near him. I would hate to have a demo shopping for a deal and run across, the gripper meister. After a bid, everything about you, if you haven't rehabilitated yourself, goes up 10 notches. So man, oh man, this right here, the way people are making an attempt to, he got convicted, he did his time, he need to come home and, just do what he do. Nah. They're about to take his good time. He might do the whole 85% of them 50 months. And damn. Don't let him lose that job with the chaplain and he start going to the yard mad because he didn't get his anger management and he start to get and become Diesel Diddler. Ooh-wee. Listen, don't be searching for no record deals when Diesel Diddler come home. Nah, you don't want to catch that shit. Diesel Diddler, my boy. Man, Meek, you better get to hiding right now. Yeah, get to hiding. Because, boy, I tell you, Diesel Diddler? Shit. All that honey and jelly jam, whoever that homie was that was saying that, Diesel Diddler is going to have, man, wouldn't be me. So all that other talk that they talking about, he got time added, this, that, and listen, I'm reading from the sources, man. None of that shit has anything to do with his initial charge. He got his 50 months. If he doesn't catch a new one, ain't nothing added. No, only thing they could do is take good time from him. And in all reality, feds don't have a quote-unquote good time. You do 85%, you kick rocks. Okay? So he already turning into jail man. Okay? He was a beast in these streets off them drugs and oils. He had the money and the power. Now, he believes that he is a convicted felon. He believes he about that action right now. So let him go through this bid without getting his jaw tapped, without getting tested. He's going to come home a menace. Watch your grippers. Do you understand? Yeah. If y'all don't listen to Bliz no other time, y'all better listen now. He's showing signs of becoming a jail monster. singles for freak-offs, phone, three-way, hooch. You know how sick you have to be to drink some hooch? Cause that's what we say, right? We say addiction is a sickness. Do we not? We say it's a sickness when you're addicted to some substance. You got to be out of your rabbit ass mind to drink some hooch made of Fanta soda, right? Apples and sugar. You gotta want to get drunk sometime. I'm not drinking no fermented sugar and no I want to drink Fanta soda, period. As a kid, we stayed away from Fanta. You might have caught a few people with Sunkist, but Fanta? Fanta and sugar and apples? This nigga in jail drinking hooch. Why? Why are you drunk in the feds? Why? And you the puffster. That means you're not worrying about your square. You don't feel a threat. All right? All of the things that push one to rehabilitate themselves. Prison is scary. Dudes is trying to get at you. Remember, he in the feds. He may be close, but Fort Dix is still a feds. So you got different dudes. You still got Aryans in there. You still got West Coast dudes. You still got cliques. You still got... Who he running with? Is he running with the New York bus? Or is he just running with Chaplin? He just a good church. You still gotta be with your set. So he's setting up freak-offs for the New York bus. Think I'm gonna ask Prince. Ask all these dudes that's coming home from the feds how it is. Y'all look at all this shit. Y'all don't watch me. Y'all watch every jail, prison, podcast, YouTube space. Y'all fascinated with it. Ask Prince. Ask Prince. Okay? Ask Mike. Ask all these dudes who've been in the feds. Coming home. He with the New York bus. Gotta be. He the puffster. He is Mr. East Coast rap. He trying to get all of them drunk on hooch. Listen. If you got somebody in Fort Dix and y'all watching, watch our grippers. I'm telling you. Don't sleep on the diddler. Watch your grippers. He get y'all drunk off that Fanta. Ooh-wee. And get you in that chaplain office in the back of the chapel where nobody can hear you. That Meek Mill audio won't be nothing. Because remember, he been down for like 18 months now. I wouldn't be drinking no hooch with the puffster. I'm telling y'all that right now. Tell y'all folks. Tell y'all folks. If y'all want y'all folks to come home decent. He lining y'all up. He's lining somebody up. I'm telling you. He got the money and the power. Don't get caught. That's all I got to say. Don't get caught. Let's go. Next up. Yeah, because I ain't messing with y'all. It's early. I got stuff to do. So I'm trying to get this class out of the way. I know everybody want to talk about T47, but yo, it is what it is. It is what it is. We might save that for late night. Let's get to Torey Lanez. This is very triggering for me because when I was speaking about the Max B situation and his so-called brother talking about his appeal and all this other weirdness and getting the paperwork because of the appeal. Listen, and I'm reading from his appeal. His appeal ain't got nothing to do with Max. Nothing. Nothing. They brought up some bullshit issues on his appeal and it got shot down. Now, the same, similar with Torey Lanez. His appeal got shot down. And it's bugging people out because people are saying, yo, this chick lied. You know what I'm saying? He done almost got his life took in there. Like, why they not letting this man out? Now, California, I don't know if it's the same penal code or penal law. I doubt it. He could put in a writ, habeas corpus relief. He could put in is it still a 440? New evidence? I don't know. But I know right now in this initial space here that his appeal got shut down. And we got to figure out what happened here. Right? Let's go to the notes. A California court on Wednesday denied rapper Torey Lanez's appeal of his guilty verdict on charges he fired a hammer at Megan the Bronco. A 3-judge panel from the California 2nd District Court of Appeal said in a ruling they affirm in full the 32-year-old Canadian's conviction on 3 felony counts. They did not release an opinion, which means they didn't put out a formal opinion, but it's going to be in the law book soon. Okay? Ms. Lovelace, what it do? Soap, what's going on? Peace. Okay? In December 2022, Lanez was convicted of 3 felonies: assault with a semi-automatic firearm, having a loaded unregistered firearm in a vehicle, and discharging a firearm with gross negligence. Okay? Megan the Bronco testified during the trial that in July 2020, after they left a party at Kylie Jenner's Hollywood Hills home, Lanez fired the hammer at the back of her feet and shouted for her to dance as she walked away from an SUV in which they had been riding together with 2 others. Ms. Lovelace, much appreciation for the super chat. Okay? She had bullet fragments in both feet that had to be surgically removed. This is, okay, we just going through it now. Okay? It wasn't until months after the shooting that she publicly identified Lanez as a person who had fired the hammer. We all know what has happened since then. So I'm just going through the media notes, all right? Daystar Peterson, okay, Torey Lanez, is innocent, his attorney told the judges in oral arguments in the appeal in August. She had the arguments, right? Most laymen don't understand. You go to trial, you have a trial attorney. You go through your hearings before you get to trial, your evidentiary hearings to, get evidence thrown and say what is right, what is wrong, what they can say, what they can't say. You go through all that. Your attorney in that space can put in appealable issues. How you going to put that in? Nah, no, we don't want that in. We object. Okay, I'm saying it could go in. Boom. All these things go on during trial. Pre-trial hearings and trial. Appealable issues. Okay? Which is why I know Max B, brother, whoever is full of shit. He's capping. Okay? Because you have appealable issues just like I had an appealable issue. Which is why I can sit right here now and speak and talk because I had an appealable issue that I wasn't even looking at. Okay? All right? Now, but the appeals court rejected all of the defense's claims of errors from Los Angeles Superior Court judges who oversaw the trial. So now, once you get convicted, that judge is that's your main judge. In New York, though, real quick, you can have a judge, right, coming through the door. That's the one who set bail. Then you have an arraignment judge. You can have another judge for your hearings and a different judge for trial. So all of these judges can make errors and you can have appealable issues all the way through. You have a lot of different ways to legally get out of the jam you in. There's keys to unlock themselves, yo. But you gotta be in these law books and your circumstances have to dictate that. That's how some people get bounced free. Boom. Oh, shit, I'm out. Okay? But this is an appellate court. There's 3 judges up here. And then when you go, I know in New York, it's 7. Right? I don't know what it is in Cali, but I'm sure it's got to be more than 3. It's probably 5. Okay? Well, this judge who was writing for the 3 appellate justices, okay, said it was fine for the trial judge to allow Meg DeBronco to answer questions about how she felt about testifying the day she took the stand. Meg DeBronco testified that when a woman makes allegations against a man, people have a hard time believing you, and said that I didn't want to say nothing in the first place. So what his team is saying that statement could have prejudiced the jury against him and gave her an extra dose of empathy and sympathy. Now, that's a very weak appellate issue. So while we're here saying, yo, we know that she lied, we heard the lies, we know all of that is irrelevant to what his lawyers went up in there with for an appeal. Y'all get what I'm saying? Sometimes lawyers try to get very technical, like with my case. The technicality got me up out of there. Boop. Oh. And not the circumstances of my particular case, in which I thought, because I know what I did and what I didn't do, go up in there with this. And the judge, my lawyer was like, nah. This right here gonna get you home. Watch. He did the usher. Watch me. Watch me. I was like, okay. But if I don't get sprung and we have an attorney-client meeting, watch me. I'm going to put some fire to your ass. I'm not doing no 30 years for no dumb shit. So watch me. Anyway, the justice said that the jury was correctly told that those kinds of answers can be used to help gauge credibility. The ruling also affirmed the judge's decision to allow the prosecution to play a recording of a previous interview with authorities of Kelsey Harris, a friend of Meg DeBronco, and Lanez, who was with them during the clapping. Once on the stand, to say Harris was a reluctant witness is an understatement, this judge wrote. To question after question, Harris replied she didn't remember, couldn't remember, or didn't know. The judge wrote that the prosecution was correctly allowed to play excerpts of this recording during the trial and enter the entire interview as an exhibit. So this is what he was challenging on appeal. Interviews and all. listen, a lot of that shit had no bearing if the truth would have came out. If they would have submitted the initial media, broadcast media news interviews, like we seen it. And I'm trying to sit here and say, yo, hold on. This broad was cut by glass. We heard that. We seen it. And all of a sudden, those newsreels don't exist. There was nothing in any of those initial newsreels that said he clapped her. Or that he even had a hammer. And none of that was, they just ignored all that. I'm thinking that shit gonna come out during trial and it's gonna be a wrap. I'm like, he ain't going, nah. And he blew to this shit. I was like, yo. Anyway, let's go. The court also said that it was acceptable for the trial judge to let the jury see an Instagram comment in which Lanez's account said that's not true on a post that said Harris had clapped Megan. Okay? So there was an IG post that said that this girl had clapped Meg the Bronco. And under it, he said that wasn't true. So now, in trial, they got him in a bad space. And remember, he didn't testify. Like I keep saying, I don't know why these celebrities who never been to jail before don't testify. That is an error. An error. Because he could have put some doubt in the jury mind. Okay? So now Lanez's lawyers argued there was no way of knowing who actually made the comment, and it was prejudicial in several ways. That's true. You don't know who writing these comments on Instagram. It's not just because it's his account. That don't mean he was running his account. That don't mean he actually put. So now the judge got to let it in. It's a weak, appealable issue, okay? This is what the judge wrote on that. Any error in admitting the Instagram post was harmless, calling it a minor issue in the case. So they saying, yo, that didn't determine whether or not the jury found him guilty. And the judges rejected the argument that showing the jury a photo of a shirtless and tattooed Lanez evoked racial and other prejudices. So the appeal was weak. Those issues are not issues that's going to bring you home. It's not. Now, I'm not saying he can't go up to the feds with a writ, but that should take a long time. I don't know. I don't know if they affirmed him in a way that he can't go back through another door. I don't know. But let's go. Lanez is serving a 10-year sentence at the California Men's Colony near San Luis Obispo, California. He was moved there after he was stabbed by a fellow inmate at California Correctional Institution in Tehachapi. An Instagram post on Lanez's account said he was stabbed 14 times and both his lungs collapsed. So now this is where all of us are saying, yo, hold on, we know this broad is lying. There is admission of her lying. She lied to Gayle King. She's been lying all the way through. But you know what? Those lies don't have no legal bearing on what he was charged with and what he went to trial for. You understand? All of that was supposed to be handled in the beginning. So now we're trying to struggle to find an issue that's going to free him. I seen it for years where dudes would say, yo, but this is what happened. But when I went to trial, and I'm like, yo, hold on. Did your lawyer bring it up in the hearings before trial? Because you have numerous hearings. I really didn't go to the hearings. I wasn't paying attention. Those hearings is important because that's when your lawyer, whether it's paid or not, is supposed to be saying, yo, nah, this ain't right, Your Honor. Boom, I object to this. All those objections in the hearings, those are all appealable issues and could free you one day. But dudes don't know the law. They in the street. They want to be lit. They want to run around with gangs and gang members who are well seasoned, who know how to get around the law, or who don't care because they don't want to be in the street anyway. They'd rather be around man buns smelling like goddamn cocoa butter and frankincense. So I'm trying to tell you square dudes, you athletes and all that, to stay away from this bullshit when you believing in the last rap dude, or that this is part of the culture, that criminalizing black men is culture. It's our rites of passage. And your ass gonna be in a hooscow, almost losing your life. Because for me, I don't know why he was with one of the richest old fays on the planet and Meg the Bronco, and he holding heat. I don't care about being in LA or being, I don't give a damn. In that position, why you got the heat? If he even had it, why is he anywhere near them without a security dude? So that's why he went down. Because he ain't had no heat. It wouldn't have been nothing. It would have been another Chris Brown situation. She would have did whatever she would have did. They might have tussled in the back and all that, and that would have been that. But that hammer, with her, I'm sure, drunk, with Kylie drunk, with him, we don't know. It was a bad mix. So now he almost lost his life in jail over some Grippergate garbage, but this lying-ass broad. And she out here living her best. She out here doing what she do. She draining, this dude, he can't even play no more. What's his lame name? Splash Brother. This bozo, he can't even walk straight. He's a goofball. She draining his little scrotum. Living her best. And he in jail with recovering from lungs collapsing and all that. Yeah, Clay. He even got a bozo name, Clay. That's a lame name, Clay. Who the fuck is Clay? When I hear Clay, I think of Play-Doh and shit like that. Don't eat it. Don't eat the clay. Straight lame, walking like a goofball with her on his arm. And homies up in the can. Twisted. Yo, the shit is wild. The shit is wild. But that's life, man, when you're not focused. Hold up. Ooh. That's a little too bright. Yeah. That's life when you ain't focused. You could go down hard and fast. Okay? The world is in a reset. There's nothing wrong with it. We've been here before. I want y'all to acknowledge that. Nothing is new. Technology just has it sped up. We've been through presidents. You think that T-47 is the first president that was allegedly on an island banging out minors? No. Thomas Jefferson was banging them out in the White House. Abe Lincoln and all of them. They was banging out Melanated enslaved people, kids, 13 and all that. That ain't new. That's their nature. These wars are going to be, the planet been in consistent war. It's been like this. But now people are looking and acknowledging and seeing it for what it's worth. This is not new. This ain't new. Okay. So Torey, keep your chin up, man. Stay tall. To his family, the Peterson family, stand tall. This is part of that process, yo. It is. It's part of the process. It's nasty. It's nasty. But y'all have to find the reasoning in it. You understand? His father, you know what I'm saying? His siblings, his moms, his family who love him, those who love Torey. You have to find the reasoning in this bullshit. And that will give you the strength to keep pushing. And it's deep. I don't understand. Yo, he almost lost his life over this broad. So I don't even know why broad is even still in people's mouth. Any bad so-called baddie or bad biatch that think that they're still following this lying musket-faced broad is unnerving to me. It is. It is. Anywhere she should happen to be. Man, I'm trying to understand why it's not empty. When we speaking of what's wrong with the world, what's wrong with the world is people are still asleep to dumb shit. The conditioning. Bro couldn't say shit. She couldn't pop up in East New York and say nothing. Bros be like, get out of here. Lying ass rat, muscatel, bronco looking biatch. Get out. Get out. We don't respect that. We don't. So his family have to find purpose in it. And then they can move past it. But it's hard. I'm not going front. It's hard. It's a hard a hard pill to swallow, knowing that, you know, he was in one space 1 minute and the next minute that's where he ended up. It's deep. Now, again, I might do T47 later on tonight. There's nothing I really can say about them emails. I'm serious. It looked like they had him. And for me, it looked like he had to be president. Because if he didn't, you don't understand what I'm saying? We might all be in a different space because Trump is no different than Ross Perot. They always wanted big business in that chief executive office of the White House. They wanted Rockefeller in there, anybody, a Cartier, the Kennedy. They wanted big business in that seat. So he just happened to be in that space at this time. But they got all them dudes up under some type of blackmail shit. And that's all the emails said, like, yo, we getting ready to line him up. And what happened? He pulled a rabbit out of his hat. Like, yo, hold on. I'm the prez. And that pushed people back. Like, yo, hold up. So now he's in position. And you just can't drop that on him. So they threw Hillary under the bus. They threw a lot of people up because now he's the one that's pushing the pawns and the rooks. He's sitting there. He got it. His people just walking with him, but they had him. They knew they had him. But now what? Now what? You can't do shit. Because now compromises. And Like I was saying earlier, when they asked, yo, what type of world is this now? What we going through right now? Check it. If you can recall when you were in grade school and you were doing social studies and you had questions as a little person when you was like, can the president ever be arrested? Can the president go to jail? You remember those questions you had? And those were decent questions, and your teacher said no and stuff like that, because they really never thought that the depravity of the white man would be witnessed by the world. Remember, every little white kid, the president was their hero. They all wanted to be like Eisenhower or Kennedy. Oh, the president is great. Every white kid, that was their dream. What do you want to be when you grow up? Oh, an astronaut or the president. That was the standard for the palm-colored people. That was the standard. Shit ain't like that no more. So that's how you know there's a shift. They don't want to be Trump. They didn't want to be Billy Jeff. Like shit just started crumbling. The image of the omnipotent administrator of the white man. He don't look too tough no more. Now they want to be Caitlyn Jenner. This is what capitalism does. It burns the psyche. So instead of little Ofe boys wanting to be Bruce Jenner, they want to be Caitlyn. They don't want to be in the seat of the presidency. So it's losing prestige. But our people don't push black men up to say, yo, I want to be like him. I want to push for liberty. I want to be Huey. I want to be George Jackson. I want to be Dr. Khaled Abdul Muhammad. They don't do that. Black men say, oh, I want to be Steve Harvey and tell jokes. Or the next Kevin Hart and all this other weird shit. Young Thug, you know, you following in that stupid ass lane. So now we're not winning. We're kind of stuck in a funk. You understand? Yeah, you true, Mellow. Nixon did kill it for them. That was the beginning. That was the beginning. So now it's like, what am I talking about? We knew he was up in the email. We seen videos of he partying with dude. Like, yo, we getting ready to freak off. Yo, can't ignore that. You can't. Really? What Cat Williams say in his first major hit when he dude was sniffing? He like, you know, I see you. Like, we see him. Like, they're lying. They're pathological liars. So how can they truly govern with all our intelligence and strength? We allow them to govern. They're liars. So it's on us. And the older they get, the more they little eggplant don't work, they get nutty. So we knew what was in them emails. It ain't hard to tell. We seen it. Homegirl wrote about it in her joint. Like, come on, man. Not surprising. I don't trust old face. Not one bit. Not one bit at all. At all. I believe they grippermeisters. They're liars. You understand? They're depraved. Man, get out of here. I don't want nothing to do with them, ever. Ever. Okay? For real, for real. So, now, in saying that, I don't believe them, and I don't believe people who concoct stories about them. Especially when I know better. When I'm coming from a space of my experience. my time, my space, and my truth. So when we keep having this stupid ass conversation from me about the CIA, and this secret meeting, and they changed hip hop forever and made it gangster rap. And I'm like, yo, I'm so triggered by the asinine. I don't believe it. I never will. When they had the stupid crazy bone, lazy bone, it was a meeting and all this other dumb shit, and others who should know better, pioneers jumping in and saying it, and none of y'all seen shit. Nothing. The letter and this and this. So my thing is, I know what we was doing in the street, which is why NWA resonated so much with us on the East Coast when I first heard it. And I told you, I first heard it, I was already in the Army. So that means I had 3 or 4 years prior to me going in the Army, and I went in the Army young, 18, of being in the street, of throwing my hammer, busting my hammer, running amok. So when I heard NWA, I was like, yo, what is this? This is speaking to me because this is the shit I do. I don't know what a gat is. But when I learned it, because matter of fact, the dude who I was in Germany with a young cat from Cali, and we called him Easy because he introduced us to NWA. He was breaking down the slang, yo, a gat is this, that. I'm like, oh, because before then, the hardest thing we was listening to was G-Rap, Schoolie D, right? And G-Rap was every gangster for us. And then we, ironically, and I don't know why, we was already into Scarface. Ghetto Boy. I heard Face before I heard NWA. Now, it might be proximity. I don't know. However, for them to say that the CIA in this meeting, that shit is a disrespect to me. I can't, because I was already busting my hammer. Oh, yeah, running silly in these streets. Ain't had nothing to do with that music at all. None. So I get extra triggered when they say that bullshit. Because what it does is, again, gives them power and authority over you and your decisions, and saying that we are only a reactionary people. That we only move off of reactions, that we don't have intelligence, that we don't have foresight, that we aren't thinkers, which I know is definitely false. Now, Cypher. Because most, if not all, of the universe revolves around our intelligence. So I already know for a fact that we was doing things that encouraged those individuals to write those rhymes. You're not going to sit there and tell me that the CIA said, yeah, you write these rhymes. What are y'all, stupid? Or are y'all just dumb? There was a time when hip-hop was a representation of life, right? Where art imitated life. Now life imitates art, so they could y'all believe all type of bullshit. And repeat, there was a time when hip-hop, when the artist spoke about life, where what he said was about life, Real shit. Nowadays, you understand, life is representing what they believe is art. So it's backwards. And y'all believe that that whole phenomenon was created by the CIA. So, in that space, I'm going to say, yo, hold on a minute. Because NWA came out what year? Now, if you in Cali, it was 87. Y'all even heard Easy, early 87. National-wise, 88, 89. Now, we've heard Coogee Rap, Go For Your Guns, Rikers Island, all that shit. Ice-T, 6 in the morning, all that. We was banging in New York. We was having our stories and all that. Just Ice was the hip-hop gangster. Before NWA. Okay? So all this secret meeting bullshit, I don't know what y'all doing with that, but I want people to explain this because they said that the music was influential in creating generations of depraved, unlearned, ultra-violent black males. One of the top songs in August of 1986, a rap, a commercial rap. No, I'm not even gonna say that. I'm gonna give them a hip hop group. I'm gonna give them that title. We not gonna shit on them. The Beastie Boys in August 1986 dropped a song titled Paul Revere. And in it has some of the most violent, depraved lyrics ever for that time and probably still today. And I don't see a generation of little old fays running around doing the shit that they said in this song. And they played this song for decades. Little old fays, medium old fays, and old fays rock with the Beasties. Hall of Fame legendary hip hop crew. Paul Revere, verse 1. Now, here's a little story I got to tell about three bad brothers you know so well. It started way back in history with Ant Rock, MCA, and me, Mike D. Do y'all know this? Oh, yeah. Y'all heard that. But see, because it was packaged in a certain way, because they were old phase, you might have just listened to the track and really didn't get into it the way somebody like me, I always listen to lyrics. Ben had a little horsey named Paul Revere, just me and my horsey and a quart of beer. Already a drunk. A quart of beer. We were drinking quarts, then they moved to 40s. But y'all think only St. Ives and Ice Cube and Wu-Tang and all push that depraved drinking and that regressive image of young people. We only ones get that. But this is what he said: a quart of beer, riding across the land, kicking up sand, acting a fool, sheriff's posse on my tail because I'm in demand. So he's already being chased by the police and he's drunk. One lonely beastie I be, all by myself without nobody. The sun is beating down on my baseball hat. The air's getting hot, the beer's getting flat. Looking for a girl, I ran into a guy. His name is MCA. I said howdy, he said hi. So now they grouping up. Drunk with flat beer, already getting chased by the police. Boy, young old phase can listen to this and they're not moved to be juvenile delinquents. You hear me, right? Don't ignore me. Don't get quiet. Let's go. Verse 2. He told me a little story that sounded well rehearsed. 4 days on a run and he's dying of thirst. The brew was in my hand and he was on my tip. His voice was hoarse. His throat was dry. He asked me for a sip. He said, "Can I get some?" I said, "You can't get none." Okay? Okay? Had a chance to run. Pulled out my shotgun. Quick on the draw. I thought I'd be... Whoa. So now they in... You hear it, right? Had a chance to run. Pulled out his shotgun. Quick on the draw. I thought I'd be dead. He put the gun to my head and this is what he said. "Now my name is MCA. I've got a license to kill. I think you know what time it is. It's time to get ill." This is white. This is old phase. Okay? Now what do we have here? An outlaw in his beer. An outlaw in his beer. White folk heard this on a regular basis. Okay? I run this land. You understand? I'm claiming a set. I run this land. You understand? I've made myself clear. We stepped into the wind. He had a gun. I had a grin. You think the story's over, but it's ready to begin. This is hammers, beers, on the run from police, claiming sets. This is 86. This is 86. Huh? Now I got the gun, you got the brew. You got two choices of what you can do. It's not a tough decision, as you can see. I can blow you away, or you can ride with me. Claim your hood. You riding with me? This is 86. This is 86. I said, I'll ride with you if I can get me to the border. Ooh, right? Nope, let me get it right. I'll ride with you if you could get me to the border. The sheriff's after me for what I did to his daughter. What did he do to the sheriff's daughter? I like it like this. Hold on. I did it like this. I did it like that. I did it with a wiffle ball bat. So I'm on the run. The cop got my gun. And right about now, it's time to have some fun. Hold on, this is 86. Multi-platinum. I believe the album is diamond. Hold on now. Hold on. The kid at rock, that is my name. And I know the fly spot where they got the champagne. We rode for 6 hours, then we hit the spot. The beat was bumping. The girlies was hot. This dude was This dude was staring like he knows who we are. We took the empty spot next to him at the bar. MCA said, "Yippee yo, you know this kid?" I said, "I did, but I know he did." The kid said, "Get ready, cause this ain't funny. My name's Mike D, I'm about to get money." Pulled out the jammy and aimed it in the sky. He yelled, "Stick 'em up and let two fly." In the bar, they on the run, they drunk, they did shit to the sheriff's daughter, they getting chased, they wowing. I yelled, "Stick 'em up and let two fly." Huh? His hands went up and people hit the floor. He wasted two kids that ran for the door. Hold up. I'm Mike D and I get respect. Your cash and your jewelry is what I expect. MCA was with it, and he's my ace. So I grabbed the piano player and I punched him in the face. This is 1986. Piano player's out. The music stopped. His boy had beef, and he got dropped. Mike D grabbed the money. MCA snatched the gold. I grabbed two girlies and a beer that's cold. This is they shit. This is 1986. Y'all ain't blame Columbine on that. Y'all ain't blame none of the profiles of the old phase that been doing mass clappings on the Beastie Boys. Y'all didn't say that was the start of any of that. Y'all ain't say the CIA, what they did. They eliminated that song. Did they write that song with them? This is 86. What's up? What's up? Now, this secret meeting that's supposed to have happened with the CIA and the record execs was 91. Didn't y'all say that? Didn't y'all say that? That was 91, right? Now, we already know Ice Cube left NWA 89. He already did the EP Kill at Will, America's Most. He was in it. Cube was conscious to the nth degree. So now the CIA have this meeting. They said Cube ushered in. The NWA ushered in gangster rap. However, you mean to tell me that Ice Cube could go against the grain of the CIA and become ultra conscious? To be the face of conscious, rebellious rap after he met with them? What sense do that make? I'm trying to figure this out. Here we go, September 1992. Ice Cube. True to the game. Huh? It's the Negra you love to hate with a new song. So what really goes on? Nothing but a come up. But ain't that a bitch? They hate to see a young nigga rich. But I refuse to switch even though, cause I can't move to the snow. Cause soon as you get some dough, you wanna put a white bitch on your elbow. Moving out your neighborhood. But I walk through the ghetto and the flavor's good. Little kids jumping on me. But you want to be white and corny. Living way out. Nigga, go home. Spray painted on your house. Trying to be white or G. But ask yourself, who are they to be equal to? These is bars. These is bars. This unlocked some shit. And dudes was like, yo. So the CIA just let this come through. But ask yourself, who are they to be equal to? I've been telling y'all that forever. Get the hell out. Stop being an Uncle Tom, you little sellout, house nigger scum. Give something back to the place where you made it from before you end up broke. F around and get your ghetto pass revoked. I ain't saying no names. You know who you are. You little punk. Be true to the game. Hold on. I'm saying. So the CIA, after he done ushered in gangster rap, they're going to let him do this. They're going to let him do this? Make it make sense. They let him do this. That makes sense to you? Hold on. That makes sense to you? Let's continue. Since you saying gangster rap was started by the CIA and pushed through. Okay? Because I even heard some of his own peers saying this dumb shit. because they don't believe that somebody's going to encourage you to fact check. Let's go. Second verse. When you first started rhyming, it started off slow, and then you start climbing. But it wasn't fast enough, I guess. So you gave your other style a test. You was hardcore hip-hop. Now look at yourself, boy. You done flip-flop, giving our music away to the mainstream. Don't you know they ain't down with the team? They just sent they boss over, put a bug in your ear, and now you crossed over on MTV. But they don't care. They'll have a new nigga next year. You're out in the cold. No more white fans and no more soul. And you might have a heart attack when you find out black folks don't want you back. And you know what's worse? You was just like the nigga in the first verse. Stop selling out your race and wipe that stupid ass smile off your face. Niggas always gotta show they teeth. Now I'ma be brief, be true to the game. This is September 92. Oh, you see, I ain't let that rock too though, huh? If you don't recall, he did 3 entire albums of bars this hard and better before he shifted into Players Club and all that. But again, the architect of gangster rap is the CIA. And he wrote everything for NWA, except maybe few spots from the Doc and Ren. Q was the pen. So who was responsible for this? Who told him to write this? Okay, let's continue. A message to the Oreo cookie. Find a mirror and take a look, G. Do you like what you see? But you're quick to point the finger at me. You want to be with the big fish, you little guppy. Black man can't be no yuppie. Huh? You put on your suit and tie and your big clothes. You don't associate with the Negroes. You want to be just like Jack. But Jack is calling you a nigger behind your back. So back off, genius. I don't need you to correct my broken English. You know that's right. You ain't white. So stop holding your ass tight. Cause you can't pass. So why you trying to pass? With your black ass. Mr. Big, but in reality, you're shorter than a midge. You only got yourself to blame. Get a grip, Oreo, and be true to the game. What's up? CIA wrote that too, huh? Right? Right? Yeah, all right. I'm saying, make it make sense. If the music is a vibration and the vibration with a message causes a behavior, where the little old phase that was listening to Paul Revere? Where they at? But they got you convinced that everything black is regressive or created, and we don't know, by white folk. Really? Really? Yeah, all right. All right, and on that note, I got to breeze. Yeah, I'm gonna breeze right now because, again, y'all don't listen to Bliz. I just be talking out of my head. Y'all don't listen to me. Classroom assistants, much appreciation for holding me down as always, like y'all do. Much appreciation. To those who funded the war effort, salute. Much appreciation. Much appreciation. Every single cent count. regardless if they get rid of the penny or not. Every single cent in this war count. So much appreciation for funding the war effort. If you got anything, any service, any business, any merch, whatever you have, man, put it in the chat. Feel free to use my community page, man. Promote your stuff. This is what we do here. We encourage each other. We pick each other up. Much appreciation for all y'all who came through. Come back to class with all 10 fingers and 10 toes and guard your mind. Don't let them get your mind. Guard your mind. Okay? The juggernaut was able to bust through shit because Professor X couldn't get to his mind. Guard your mind. Don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. I believe in you more than you know. I believe in my people. I believe in my people. Revolutionary love to my people. Much appreciation. Y'all do y'all. If time permits and if, there's a true want and need, we may have another class. I don't know. But I know I got to run and do what I do. Salute. All peace and power to the people of the struggle. Y'all do what y'all do. And 55 gang, get y'all.